stay with me. Hey, can you hear me? Wake up.
Aren't you beautiful? I should got another achievement there again.
Bad dreams?
Yeah, the one I told you about.
Anyway, it's over now. And we're lucky we woke up at all. That raft Korek put us on was about as seaworthy as a paper ship. But thank the sun, that fisherwoman over there took us in. She's headed for Duneville, and we should arrive soon.
Alright, how long have we been out for?
Couple of hours. That spell Korek's mute buddy put on you must have been quite a doozy. They felt the blow to the back of the head would suffice for me. Guess I was the lucky one.
I did. Okay. Did you hear what happened to Ramphir and Cork's conversation?
Yeah. That guy should really go easier on the bottle, if you ask me. But it seems that the thousands who follow him see things differently. As if the High Ones alone weren't threat enough. Now they have a self-proclaimed messiah to back them up. That's just peachy.
So, it means war, right? The armies will invade Enderal?
I'm afraid so. According to the fisherwoman, the first of Korak's battleships have already arrived near Duneville. It'll take them a while to get the rest of their fleet over here from Narim, but still. Enderal isn't ready for this. Not at all. Most guards haven't tried their weapons on anything other than training dummies. Or at the most, bandits. In other words, we're screwed.
Yeah, so what now?
Well, I guess first of all, we should be grateful we made it out alive. I bet that if Korak would have known your role in all this, we'd be as dead as doornails by now. Once we arrive in Duneville, we should get back to Ark as soon as possible. I'm sure Arenthiel and the others have already written us off as dead. I suggest you ask the fisherwoman how much farther it is to the village.
Okay, what about you?
Well, I suppose first of all I'll go get my pay. Regardless of what transpired, we fulfilled our mission. After that, I don't know. War is an entirely different story, and ending up beaten to a pulp with a damned warhammer certainly isn't on my priority list.
So, you're gonna run for it?
Maybe. The Order might be powerful here in Enderal, but compared to Narim's army, it's a joke. And maybe... On the other hand, if we don't manage to stop the cleansing from happening, it won't make a difference if I'm here or on Calais. Oh, my, what did I get myself into? I feel like a bloody marionette in a goddamn play.
Well, I prefer that you help. I prefer it to having, for fuck's sake! I prefer to have you helping us fight Narim, like rather than on the beach in Calais. If that worth anything.
It is. Even though the Calais beach would probably be better for my health than joining your cause. Enemy invasions, mysterious corpses. You seem to attract trouble wherever you go, as we've seen more than once now. You know, there's one thing I just couldn't get out of my head since all this started. Does mankind deserve to be saved? I mean, have we as a species really made this world a better place? What have we accomplished apart from bloodbaths and wars in the name of the true gods or the right way to see things? And even now that we have a common enemy, we fail spectacularly to pull together. That's pathetic somehow, isn't it? Just pathetic. Heck, I sound like the biggest cynic alive. Let's stop here before it gets any worse. Go talk to the fisherwoman.
Alright, Gabriel, you seem kind of troubled.
You're really curious, aren't you? But yes, there is something that troubles me apart from the obvious. It's my sister.
Yeah, what about her?
Well, I told you that we haven't talked much since... You know, since the thing with our family happened. A couple of moons before we met, I wanted to change that, and I went to see her at the League of the Apothecary in the Frostcliff Mountains. But she was gone, just like that, and no one knew where she went. It's been troubling me for quite some time now. It's probably nothing, but still, I'm worried.
Completed Every Day Like the Last, Part 3. We probably have a quest eventually that will... Nope, okay, sure.
Ah, you're awake. How are you? No offense, but you look battered.
Not bad under the circumstances, I suppose. Thank you very much for saving us.
Don't thank me. I only did what every other path-abiding citizen would have done as well. Your friend, he told me about the Naramese. War. I have trouble believing it.
Yeah, well, it is true. But the other will protect you.
Huh. From your lips to Malthus's ears. Those bloody Naramis. Nothing is sacred to them anymore, is it? For millennia there was peace between the lands of the civilized world. And now this. They're heretics, if you ask me. No more and no less. They should be hung from trees, all of them. Anyway, I guess it's best if you rest a little more. As I said, you look as though you need it. I'll wake you up when we arrive.
Alright. I do have something that brings me back to the Sun Temple instantly, luckily. I have like a scroll with me, so...
We'll do our best. I didn't think I'd ever say this, but right now I'd give a lot for the Art Guard to be here instead of these Duneville watchdogs. At least they know how to wage a war. In any case, you should get back to the Sun Temple as soon as possible, and show those Naramis bastards whose country this is.
We will. And again, thanks for your help.
Don't mention it.
So, we should be back within range of the teleport runes. I'm gonna head straight back to the temple. See you there.
Oh, I did select you as well. Started 2 Souls, Part 3. I need to search for her in the temple. And that's like my main priority. Oh, she's here.
Saira, good to see you. I heard about what happened on Half Moon Island. It's a wonder you and that mercenary made it back alive. But war, it just seems so unreal. How has it come to this? Now we not only have to fight these High Ones, but also some fanatic who thinks he knows best?
Yeah. Nothing but an unnecessary wall opposed to ring extinction, is there?
I know you mean that as a joke, but I'm afraid it's not too far from the truth.
Oh, God.
Tell me, Saira, how is it possible that our beliefs about what's best for mankind are so different? Why are we so eager to be at each other's throats?
Well, violence often seems like the easy answer. Particularly if things are hard. Like as they seem right now.
Suffering leads to more suffering. Yes, that makes sense. You know what I find so hard to understand?
Apparently we owe
Why
you
there are
for the
so
shards
few
of this
people
sigil
who
stone.
actually care.
I didn't think
So
I would
few
ever
people
say
who
this,
really
but
choose
thank
to
you.
do what I do. There are moments I just feel so powerless.
Let's hope
As if
he
we all
knows
know
what
that
he's
if we
doing.
keep going like this, we're headed for a catastrophe. But instead of changing course, we just stand by and watch. Do you know the feeling?
Yeah, I do. Just too well.
I thought so. Whenever I think about it, I find it so hard not to get angry. Take all those upper city snobs with their colorful garments and exotic perfumes. They could put all that money to such good use if only they wanted to, but no, they don't. Because they just don't give a damn about the poor. Sometimes I imagine going down there, grabbing one of them by the collar and dragging them down into the Undercity. And there I'd force them to see, just for once. But even that probably wouldn't help. I guess we only care about the things that directly affect us. Who fights against poverty if he's never suffered from it?
You do, and that's a marvel.
No, it's not. It should be what everyone does. And once again, you've had to listen to another deluge of my whining. I guess I'm just not a person for pleasantries. Sorry.
No, don't be. Actually, I actually think the world could use more people like you.
Saira, I have to ask you something. You said these things to me. Why?
Things?
Compliments. Comments that you... I don't know how to put it.
Oh god. Well, I thought maybe the two of us could spend some time together in private.
I see. Well, I don't think that would be a good idea, and I'd like for you to stop saying things like that. I'm the wrong person for what you're looking for. Now, excuse me. Quark's ships will reach shore soon, and we have to be prepared.
Right, can we go back? We have one of these to Doomville. Ah, fuck that.
Yes?
Oh well. I fucked that up. Fucked that up inside. Okay. Before we do anything, we're going to go back to the under part. I'm going to do some selling and stuff. And like get some books for like my two-handed. Go to the marketplace.
Huh? Can I help you?
Go to the bank, get all my money, then do some selling from like the stuff that we've received from like that mission. Because we did get some stuff that we can actually sell. But yeah, no, that was hashtag tonight. Oh well. It's probably an achievement that you do have to get to it, so I'm like, sure.
Yes?
Yeah. I didn't tell them that already.
Actually, let's first go to the bank and actually let's get my money.
Can I help you?
Yes, we actually have quite...
Hello.
Next to
Of
my vault,
course.
please. Well done.
Oh. Walk
557.
Walk blessed, my sir. How can Sylvan and friends serve you today?
Well, you cannot serve me today.
My sir?
I need to get some
Sir?
selling ready. Are
What
you
do
ready
you
for sale?
want? No, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
Alright, Spellbreak, I can just sell. Right.
Walk blessed.
Walk blessed.
How many two-handed scrolls? 10. I'm not ever going to be able to afford 10.
Looking for everything for the path-abiding soldier.
I was able to get 5 though.
Again, looking for steel. I can provide.
Right.
Looking for steel. I can provide.
We have to cut this all short apparently.
Huh? What do you want?
Let's see.
You just don't get any younger.
I have books,
Right, let us go to...
rolls, potions, anything for friends of past fighting magic.
People of this holy city.
Let's go back to the Sun Temple. So this time we go back to the Sun Temple, we actually get some money hopefully again. Once we have the money, I'm going back, get some scrolls actually back to Ark. Like 5 or some, well... I'm not sure if 5 is like the right amount.
prodigy. I just hope.
But I'm going to need like a lot of money soon.
Move along.
There's 0 to the Discord.
It's ridiculous. We have to at least try to negotiate.
You know his demands. There's no basis for negotiation.
Oh wow.
He has not seen what we have seen. The writings, the memories of the prophet.
what he's doing.
If he just realized.
Madams,
Korak would rather
my
throw
sirs.
away his comb that had been a mistake.
Shit.
Believe
What
me,
took
I
you
know.
so long? And where is Constantine?
That's a long story.
Well, that's just how he is. Always talking rot.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
And those were his final words? I can't believe it.
We're gonna stake it.
Simply another victim of the High Ones. If we do not activate the beacon soon, he won't be the last.
Where is this?
Oh, right, the beacon. If it's activated, we'll simply glow the red madness away, won't we? Or maybe we could, for once in all this, do something that actually makes sense. And focus our resources on finding an alchemistical or thaumaturgical solution to this problem, rather than trusting in a pile of scrap metal.
Oh, by the prophet's ass! Won't you just shut for a minute? All day long you do nothing but babble, getting on our nerves, and nothing you ever say gets us any closer to a fucking solution. So why don't you just shove off to one of the bathhouses? Go torture the washerwomen with your never-ending lamentations. That would be helpful for a change.
You will take that back.
Will I? Come here and make me. I'd be delighted.
Blasphemy.
Guard your tongue,
This is blasphemy.
wild mage, or...
Or what? Are you gonna kill me? That's what you do best, you and your fucking order.
Silence! You are angry, Lishari Pegast, and I understand why. But in the moment you let that anger destroy this alliance, Firespark's sacrifice will have been in vain. Is that what you want?
Ladies experience. Take mine.
Is that what you want?
No. No, it isn't.
Good. I am tired of this endless bickering. We have a responsibility, and we will fulfill it.
Well said, Oranthiel. And how exactly do you think we are going to do that? Without the sources, the beacon is as worthless as a heap of rusty iron.
The chroniclers are on it, and they will find the answer.
Always talking.
Novice, tell Commander Aaron to join us. We need to plan the defense of the land. You, Prophet, will come to me as soon as you have recovered. Now, let us get to work.
Leave the Emporium. Sure.
The
Prophet?
sun be praised you've made it.
Let's hope he
Constantine.
knows what he's doing.
He didn't deserve this. It's just not fair.
It is going to be tough. We have no choice. The beacon.
He acted as if he was possessed. Maybe his mind is not strong enough for all of this.
Then none of us are strong enough. Yeah, Constantine wasn't exactly the most approachable fellow, but he was a damn skilled mage. I have to talk to you as soon as possible. It's about the seal in that letter we found on the mercenaries in Old Rashengrad. I believe I'm onto something.
Yes, because
Really? Well,
Their client is from Enderal. From Ark, to be more precise. Let's not talk here, though. Meet me in the Dancing Nomad. I'll be in the first room upstairs, right at the end of the staircase. And hurry.
you're just afraid of making sacrifices for what you believe.
very well. I'll meet you after I've spoken with Renfield.
Yes, see you there.
This is about your damn pride, T-Law. Nothing else.
Well, that's just how he is. Always talking rot.
Meet Sure.
Huh? What do you want?
Right, we only have like a couple of minutes left. I'm going to cut it short down. So thank you very much for watching. It's the end of this recording session. If something happens right now, then we will continue, of course. We're actually going here. Ooh, what was that out? The argument with Natar in the Emporium?
Irrelevant. This madman, Koarek. He has completely reshuffled the cards. Now we not only have to deal with the High Ones, but also with him and his fanatics. However, there's also good news. You have probably seen it already.
You managed to construct the beacon?
Physically, yes. And we also know how it works now, and how it can put an end to the cycle.
How?
It is easier than we thought. The beacon was constructed for one thing, to destroy the High Ones. Once reconstructed, infused with energy and activated, lit, as the Pyreans called it, it can banish the High Ones from this plane of existence.
Destroy them? How is this supposed to work? The High Ones are...
Immaterial, indeed. Essentially, they can be compared to the cold or to shadows. Omnipresent elements, yet we cannot touch them. Energy, if you will. However, there is a counterpart to each energy. Cold and fire, shadow and light. The High Ones and the beacon.
Do you know the beacon is some kind of counterpart to what the High Ones are?
Yes. Imagine a torch driving away the darkness in the moment it is ignited. This is what the beacon can do, except that the banishing will be permanent.
That sounds good. So what's keeping us from lighting it? Sherrod mentioned sources?
Yes, as I said, it needs to be infused with energy before it can be lit. I take it you have noticed the 3 sockets on its base. They are what it draws its power from. Once they are filled, the beacon can be ignited and the High Ones will be undone, once and for all. At least, if the old writings are true. The only thing left for us to find out is what these energy sources are. But we are close. Give the Arcanists some more time and I will let you know if there's any news. In the meantime, get equipped accordingly. Some of the Nerimes have landed already, and outbreaks of the Red Madness become more and more frequent as we speak.
Alright. Is there nothing we can do about the Red Madness? Just some of the Stitcher Stones shard on people, maybe?
No, there are not enough. And we must keep the few there are in our possession, in case anything unexpected should happen. The only thing we can do to stop the madness is to destroy the High Ones as soon as possible.
The Chessa mentioned something about what happened to Kira. Or Kyra. Whatever. What did she mean by that?
Well, It's only fair to tell you. You've always been honest to me, so I will do the same. Have you ever heard of the Night of the Thousand Fires?
Vaguely only.
Between 8,192 and 8,202, there was an underground movement in Kira called the Red Half Moon. They were brought into being by a group of intellectuals and philosophers who, under all the freedom of thought Saldrine granted them, started questioning the reign of the Golden Queen, and thus the Lightborn themselves.
So, this Red Half Moon tried to end the reign of the gods, just like your son did, correct?
Correct, just as my son did. But other than him, they fought like cowards. Terror, dust crystals planted in the marketplaces, and assassinations, you name it. If they killed innocents, they blamed the Golden Queen, and if they killed her soldiers, they celebrated themselves as liberators. However, they never succeeded in putting her down, and neither did she in destroying them, which is why the court turned to the Lightborn for help. A division of the Holy Order led by me, a young keeper of barely 30 winters.
And why did you have to come all the way from Enderal? Didn't you have a bastioning on Kira?
None to be taken seriously. You know, not everywhere is the Order as present as here on Enderal, or as it once was on Naren. In Kira, we were ridiculed. I saw the Kiranian keepers who served the Golden Queen. A bunch of decadent gluttons who had dedicated themselves to the court's banquets rather than to the will of the gods. They were pathetic.
I see. So what happened?
The moon after our arrival, we received an anonymous tip on where one of the half-moon's bases was supposed to be located, in a small coastal village. As we entered it, we were greeted by the township's elders, and the villagers themselves had gathered behind them. You should have seen how they stared at us, as if we were plunderers. I should have seen by then that something was wrong.
Let me guess, the entire thing was a trap?
That's what they wanted us to think, and they did a good job at that. A veiled person here, an archer on the rooftops there. I got nervous, because villagers or not, they bested us in numbers, and they had kettled us. Then a man seemed to charge at us, and I gave the order to draw weapons. It was just the spark they needed.
It came to a fight.
No, not a fight. A massacre. The villagers had pitchforks and shepherd staffs, and we had shadow steel swords, let alone the fact that we were trained warriors. I realized that I had made a mistake a split second after it started, but it was too late by then. My men, they slaughtered them all, like pigs. At the end of the day, 300 people were dead, and only 10 of them were keepers.
So the Red Half Moon set us all up. Set all this up. I get it. But why? I want to want an entire village slayed.
Well, what better proof of the Lightborn's cruelty is there than a division of keepers who, out of pure wickedness, slaughtered an entire village, women, children included. If the people had already distrusted us before that distrust had turned into hatred, then nothing could have changed that, not even the Golden Queen's heralds. We set sail back to Enderal a week later. 2 years after that, the Red Half Moon destroyed itself due to infighting. Ironic, isn't it?
You apparently got out of control. There's no shame in that.
Maybe. The Lightborn and the Grandmaster back at that time showed the compassion I wouldn't grant myself. But I learned one thing, and that is that I will never again let fears about my own life influence my decisions. What happened in Kira was the consequence of my own cowardice, and my unwillingness to give my life for a just cause. That will never happen again.
Alright. Well, our next job is to meet with our friend, which we'll be doing next time. Thank you very much for watching this end of this recording session. I will speak to you all another time. I will go through this door and then it's done. So, yeah, we're done for now. We're only done for this hour. Like, I need to quickly do something for someone and then after that we're back. I will end stream for this time. So yeah, that's the end of it, and well, have a good one until the very next time. Good day!